Never. Men are incapable of growth, change, or progress. For men, self-improvement ends at toilet training. Rule number 2, laugh at whatever he says.
What if what he's saying isn't funny?
That's irrelevant. Men are incapable of growth, change, or progress. For men, self-improvement ends at toilet training. Rule number 2, laugh at whatever he says.
What if what he says isn't funny?
That's irrelevant. A fake laugh is like a fake orgasm.
And a fake orgasm is good?
No, but a fake orgasm is better than no orgasm at all.
A fake orgasm is no orgasm.
Only to you. You're not the only person in the room, you know. Let's not be selfish here. That was perfect. You have the perfect laugh. Real or fake?
You'll never know.
Rule number 3, never talk about your problems. Men don't really listen or care.
Some men care.
Some men pretend to care. When a guy asks you, how are you doing, it's just guy code for let me put a dick in your ass.
Oh, should I just walk away or run away as far and as fast as I can?
I know you think Colin is above it all, but he's a guy. If he's even remotely into you, he's thought about each one of your orifices at least 10 times.
I love how you assume that every man is as perverse as you are.
I don't assume. I know. Men are very visual. 90% of a relationship is based on how the woman looks. We need to change your look.
What's wrong with my look?
Sports bras, khakis, nurse shoes.
These are not nurse shoes. These are moccasins.
Really, Abby? You're a very attractive woman, but you're all about comfort and efficiency.
What's wrong with comfort and efficiency?
Nothing except no one wants to fuck it.
I am not getting breast implants.
Size isn't everything. Breasts just have to be friendly. You have to say, hello everybody, look at me.
And what are mine saying?
I'm reading Tolstoy and I don't want to be disturbed.
Really? I hate Tolstoy.
Excuse me, ma'am. I need some bras for my friend here. Some that say, put me in my mouth and I taste good.
This should do the trick.
Perfect. Slap them on, flapjacks.
I look like a hooker.
Well, that's a good thing. Well, you're on your back, so that's a start.
Well, it wasn't any secret to me that you were staying at the Silver Creek, seeing as how I'm your #1 fan and all. Sometimes I would just tool on down there and I'd look up at your light, trying to imagine what was going on in the room of the world's greatest writer. Careful now, don't move, I don't want to hurt your neck. The other afternoon I was on my way home and all of a sudden, there you were. And I thought, why would such a literary genius be going out on a drive when there's a big storm coming? Lucky for you, I did. Lucky for me too, because now you're alive and you can write more books. Oh, Paul, I read everything of yours, but the misery novels, I know those all by heart. I love them so. And you must be such a brilliant and good man, or else you would never have come up with such a wondrous and loving creature like Misery Chastain. Shouldn't be too much longer. The roads will be open in no time, and the lines will be up. If you'd like, you can give me their numbers, and I'll keep trying them for you. Could I ask you a favor? I thought if you wouldn't mind, you'll never know what such a rare treat this really is.
I was wondering whether you'd come at all.
Don't get up and don't act like I'm the Queen Mother.
I don't expect you to be pleasant.
I don't intend to be.
Can't we sit down, just for a moment? I've got a lot to say, and none of it is easy.
There can't be much to say.
But there is.
And easy or not, I won't believe a word.
Why shouldn't you? Please, sit down. You know, I always consider myself a very clever girl. Good head on my shoulders, that sort of thing. Never the wrong word at the wrong time. Then I'd never met Addison Jewett. I found myself saying all these things I didn't mean, as if my mind were someplace outside of my body and it couldn't control what I said or did.
And you felt just like that talking to Addison?
Yes, in a way. You find yourself trying to say what you mean, but somehow the words change and they become his.
Do you really expect me to believe that you didn't say any of those things, that they were all Addison?
No, I don't expect you to believe anything. Just that the responsibility is mine, and the disgrace.
Let's not be overdramatic.
You've really got a low opinion of me, haven't you? Well, I'll give you some pleasant news. I've been told off in no uncertain terms all over town. Miss Channing should be happy to hear that. To know how loyal her friends are. How much more loyal they are than she had a right to expect me to be.
Eve, don't cry.
I'm not crying.
Eve, tell me, how did that lunch turn out with that man from Hollywood?
Some vague promises of a test. If the right part should come along.
But the rave's about your performance.
An understudy's performance.
Eve, I think you're painting the picture a little darker than it is, really. And if nothing else, and don't underestimate him, but you have a very powerful friend in Addison.
He's not my friend. You were my friends.
But he can help you.
I don't want his help. I wish him dead. I want my friends back.
Eve, I don't think you meant to cause unhappiness, but you did. More to yourself, perhaps, as it turned out, than to anyone else.
I'll never get over it.
Yes, you will. You theater people always do, whether it's love or hate or success or failure. Whatever it is, it flares up and it burns hot and then it's gone.
I wish I could believe that.
Just give yourself time and don't care so much about what people think.
There is something. Something most important you can do.
I think I know.
Something most important you can do.
You want to play Cora, and you want me to tell Lloyd that I think you should play it.
He'd give me the part if you said so. He told me.
That part was written for Margot.
It could have been. It's my part now.
You talk just as Addison said you did.
You've got to tell Lloyd it's for me. Cora is my part.
There isn't anything in the world that could ever make me say that.
Addison wants me to play it.
Over my dead body.
It's quite a story, really. Addison can make quite a thing of it. Imagine how snide and vicious he could be and still say nothing but the truth. You should sit down. You look a bit wobbly. If I play Cora, Addison will never tell what happened, in or out of print. A simple exchange of favors. I'm so glad I get to do this for you, at long last. Your close friendship with Margot, your deep, close friendship, what would happen to it, do you think, if she found out the cheap trick you played on her for my benefit?
A part in a play. You do all that just for a part in a play.
I'd do much more for a part that good.
Ruth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. Why do you do that thing? Squeezing Tommy's shoulder every time you pass him.
I'm allowed to touch Tommy, aren't I?
It's the way that you touch him. You know what I'm talking about. It's the way that you squeeze his shoulder. It's copied from that television show.
So...
Don't even tell me that's so not true. All that behavior is not what they do out there in real life. If that's what you're thinking.
So what? It's no big deal. A lot of us do it.
What you mean is Chrissy and Rod do it.
Kathy. So that's what this is about. It must be awful for you, surrounded by all these couples.
I never said that. I'm just saying it's stupid. You copy what they do, and they copy the television show.
But I'm right, aren't I? And you don't like the fact that Tommy and I hang out with Chrissy and Rod, whereas you hardly talk to anyone.
No, you're not right.
So not right?
Well, it wasn't any secret to me that you were staying at the Silver Creek, seeing as how I'm your #1 fan and all. Sometimes I would just tool on down there and I try to imagine what was going on in the room of the world's greatest writer. Oh, Paul, careful now. Don't want to move your neck. Don't want to hurt this. Well, the other afternoon I was on my way home and I noticed you were leaving the lodge. And I thought, why would such a literary genius be going out for a drive when there was a big storm coming? Lucky for you, I did. Lucky for me too, because now you're alive and you can write more books. Oh, Paul, I read everything of yours, but the Misery novels, I know those all by heart. I love them so. And you're amazing, and you must be a very brilliant and good man, because, or else you couldn't have just come up with such a wondrous and loving creature like Misery Chastain. Well, the road should be open in no time, and the lines will be up, so if you give me their numbers, I'll keep trying them for you. Paul, could you do me a favor? I noticed there was a new Paul Sheldon book in your case, and I was wondering if maybe, well, if you wouldn't mind, you'll never know what a rare treat this really is.